We want to start off this video by saying we're sorry.
We owe you guys an explanation for our long absence, but life took an unexpected turn when I was offered an incredible opportunity to run a restaurant.
It was a really tough decision to put our channel on hold for the past 12 months, but I think it was something that we really had to do for the longevity of our channel, just to seize that moment.
Speaking of moments, let's talk about some that we had in our beloved van, Franklin.
Franklin, our trusty camper van, or maybe not so trusty. When we first got him, we decided to do a tour around Sweden for New Year's Eve to see if there were any problems that happened. They certainly did arise, but we were glad that we got them out of the way quickly because we were heading down south to southern Europe. We started off by taking the ferry across to Poland, where we drove straight down all the way through to Czech in one day. We explored the beautiful cobblestone streets of Prague before heading down south through the stunning landscapes of Croatia.
We didn't spend much time in Croatia as we were heading down to Montenegro to surprise Will's mum, who we hadn't seen in over a year, and she didn't know that we were coming. After spending some time in Montenegro, we kept heading south and we went through Albania, where we had a bit of a scary experience, but we'll get into that more later. From the heart-pounding moments in Albania, we pressed on through the beautiful landscapes of Greece and soaked up the vibrant culture of Turkey.
We started off our Turkey trip in Istanbul, where we actually shot a music video for my friend Nick, who was there, and then we drove down the beautiful coast all the way through to Cappadocia. That's how far Franklin got us, and that was the point where we started heading back. But not before shooting one more music video and enjoying the beautiful hot air balloons that were just floating above us. Now, after exploring the beautiful country of Turkey, we had to hop back in the van and head back to Sweden, but not before we stopped at two of the most romantic places on earth.
Life's too short to take the direct route. Of course, had to stop in Venice and Lake Como, Italy, and it was just magnificent.
Best pizza I've ever had. Followed by the best gelato.
It's so good.
The amount of flavor is absolutely incredible. So now it's time to get down to the nitty gritty, and that goes back to Albania, where we had the scariest moment of our entire lives.
Yeah, I really didn't think we were gonna make it.
We still have PTSD from that moment, and it has lasted with us. It doesn't matter if we're driving a van, a car, a truck. We get scared going down hills now, and that's because our brakes failed when we were going down a mountain in Albania. So unfortunately, we've made the decision to sell Franklin, our beautiful van, who has taken us all the way to Asia.
Which is absolutely crazy.
And
He's
even
over 30 years old.
And even crazier, he brought us back alive. But it's time to say goodbye. But with the sadness comes some really exciting news. And here it is, our beautiful new van. This thing is going to get us all around Europe again, hopefully, fingers crossed, no problems.
And we're gonna have a lot more stops on this drive than we had last time.
Yeah, there's no rush to get down there. We're gonna take our time. We're not gonna take the freeways or the highways. We're gonna take the off-roads. We're gonna stop at places that people don't usually visit. Not just the big cities, some big cities, but not all the big cities. We're gonna stop in some small, beautiful little villages and towns along the way as well.
And it's gonna be incredible.
We can't just tell you that we bought a brand new van. Well, it's not brand new, but a new van, and not give you a quick tour. So we'll give you a tour now. But first, we need some help coming up with a name because we've been struggling to come up with a name for it.
Now, to give you some facts about it, it's a Renault Deflefs Esprit RT6844.
I tried to say that 3 times, I couldn't get it out. So if you guys can come up with some names, leave them down in the comments box below. We'd love to hear them, and maybe we'll even choose one, maybe the one with the most likes. We'll see how good they are. On this side, you can see you've got the driver's side. You've got really big window. And down there on the side is the toilet. On the back, we have a bike rack that can fit 3 bikes. We only need 2, obviously. And we've got a reverse camera as well that has 2 different angles, which is fantastic. Down here, we have our gas tanks that can hold 2 gas bottles. We've got the vents for the fridges, big bedroom window. And under here is the huge garage. Let's head inside.
And now for the exciting part. Welcome in. Starting off in the driver's cabin, where we have these super comfortable pilot chairs with armrests. For this model of van, there's a lot of space in the driver cabin. We got the dashboard here. It's nothing too fancy, but we actually do have air conditioner in the cockpit. For ultimate privacy, we have the blinds on these windows, which close just like this. Easy peasy.
Now these comfy pilot chairs are fantastic because they also spin around so that we can use them in the living area. The driver's one does too. We've got a nice dining table where we can sit, eat, or even do some work, which we have been. So we can fit 6, maybe even 7 people, depending on how small they are in here. Compared to Franklin, that was only 4. This is so nice. I think we've had so far 6 people, and it's comfortable. On the windows, we have the fly screen, if you want fly screen, or if you want some privacy, you can put that down too and get full privacy. We've got 2 cupboards along the top for Josie's clothes, 2 cupboards along the other side for me, and a fantastic sunroof that lets in so much natural light, which is fantastic because the less battery we can use, the longer we can stay off grid. Unfortunately, we don't have any solar panels yet.
And from the living room, we walk into the kitchen, which is a pretty standard camper van kitchen. It's got a 3-burner gas stove, a sink and a tap with hot and cold water. Something that is actually a bit fancy is that we have an oven for when we're feeling ambitious. And we also got a fan that runs off 12 volts. Cupboard space for food, for cups and plates and all that kind of stuff. And another sunroof which opens all the way. Another really big upgrade from Franklin is that we now have a lot more space in the fridge. In Franklin we had maybe from there and the top bit was just a freezer compartment. But now we have a separate freezer, which is fantastic because it holds the temperature a lot better and it fits a lot more stuff. Above the fridge and freezer we have the compartment where the TV goes. You put the TV on here and then you can swivel it so you can both watch it from the bed, and if you swivel it around you can watch it from the lounge as well.
Then hopping into the beautiful bed that we now have. This is so much better than having to fold it down and fold it back up before we leave every single day. Having it permanently in the back has been such a godsend. We absolutely love it. Now, one thing that you might have noticed is that we have another sunroof. There's so much natural light coming into this place. We've got 5 huge cupboards, fan here to keep us nice and cool. We've got another 3 more as well, just in case it gets hot. A huge open window that just also lets in so much light. We usually have that closed though because, you know, this is where we sleep. We don't want people walking past and watching us sleep. That would be weird. And underneath the bed is the garage. So that's where we can put all of our outdoor furniture, our chairs, our tables, our mats. This van, even though we don't have it with us here at the moment, also has walls for the awning. So you can basically have a whole outdoor room there. I guess we'll try that when we get back to Sweden.
Moving into the bathroom, it is pretty standard. We've got the sink and the tap with hot and cold water. We also got a cassette toilet where we can do our business and then it's all in a box. When we're on long drives and can't find a toilet, it is so good to have. Something else that is a little bit more luxurious in this van is that we have a shower and it's fully functional, hot and cold water. Unfortunately, we only have about 8 liters of hot water at the time, so we gotta be quick. Now the window in here is blurred out for obvious reasons, and we also got another sunroof.
When we got this van, all the sunroofs were actually old ones that were really ugly. They had ugly fly screens on them that were always on. You couldn't take them off. And they didn't let any light in. They were like painted white plastic. So having these see-through ones, when you wake up in bed in the morning and you have blue skies above you, it is so, so nice. But they made a little mistake here. The door wouldn't fit around this section. So we actually had to cut out the door to make it work. But Josie's lovely dad, Thomas, managed to squeeze 2 camper chairs out of them for the hassles, and they were worth about $300 US.
Big win. To finish off the van tour, we have even more storage space. This is a closet where we can hang our clothes.
There you have it. It's time to say goodbye to Franklin, but thank you for sticking with us over the past 12 months. To the people that sent us messages, we appreciate you, and we are back.
If you are as excited as we are for this upcoming adventure, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and follow along on this incredible journey.